All right. Hi everyone. Welcome to another live stream. So welcome to once again Infinitode 2 on the new account. So yeah, even if in the title I've just wrote down the which episode is gonna be and the main stats for my research, but it's gonna be also a little bit of a Q&A video. So if you guys have any questions, also I've been requested to show different things, so I'm gonna try to answer to those comments that I received also during the live stream. So I hope that you're gonna enjoy it. Mr. Computer Kid, hi and welcome to the stream. So currently I have a little bit more than 84 hours on the account. I played a couple more since the video, the last episode. My research looks like this. So loot frequency level 39, loot rarity still 0, bit scrap rate I already maxed it a couple of weeks ago. Then my coin generation is level 66. My starting coins is level 78. And that's pretty much it, because all the other upgrades have stayed pretty much the same since the last couple of episodes. And my infinite mining speed and my modifier mining speed is already maxed. So this is what my research looks like. And now, in case you guys haven't seen my past episode yet, I'm gonna show you in this video the newest strategy I've been using on 6.3 that is giving me a lot more of bidders, overall of legendary loot, despite the fact that I'm playing for the same amount of time on the level. So yeah, definitely it's pretty nice. So yeah, as I wait for more people to connect and to join on the chat, I'm gonna just start doing a 6.3 here. So yeah, the newest strategy I was able to find is, of course, by activating statistics panel. So in that way, you have an idea of what's the in-game playing time, right? You can see here this number, and then yeah, just adapt him and just trying to do something based on that time. How is the weather at your place? It's been quite hot the last week in Bavaria. Yeah, also here in Italy, it's very, very hot. Last couple of days, it looked like summer of how hot it was. And yeah, even today, the sun is just shining and it's very, very hot. So yeah, I ended up working out a couple of days ago outside, and thankfully there was some shade, so I wasn't completely under the sun, but it was definitely super hot. And yeah, it's just nice that we're getting closer to the summer, but the weather just changes so much, especially the temperatures. They rise up, and then sometimes it just go down. So it's this changing of the weather. Sometimes it's hotter, sometimes it becomes colder. That is sometimes can make you sick and can make you more likely to have a cold, flu, stuff like that. But yeah, so also in Germany, I would say that it's pretty hot. Oh, so you've been in the shooting range the whole week, getting burned everywhere. Oh, rip. Temperature is nice, but some clouds would be great. Yeah, I know the feeling. When you're forced to be outside under the sun, and it can be pretty rough, especially if you weren't progressively used to being outside, right? And the weather just becomes super sunny, and you're not used yet to it, then your skin will most likely get burnt. And yeah, it's just painful, at the beginning. All right, 10 minutes, here we go. So after 10 minutes of in-game time, that's normally when I just place my mana now. And that's the strategy I've been using. I discussed it more in detail on my last episode, but yes, pretty much you just wait longer. So in that way, like the loot is capped nonetheless. But by waiting longer, you just get more legendary loot. So the rarity of it increases. So that's why I've seen that it's just slightly better to follow this method. You can see here total playtime is around 3 minutes, but the loot is much better. So like more items, like very rare, epic, or legendary. And of course that means also more abilities. And I also got now some rarity tickets on. So I have 4 left. I have some loot tickets as well. So that also increases a bit the loot I get, right? Just better. But definitely, Mr. Computer Kid, if you have to be on the outside under the sun for a lot of time, like I recommend you to get like sunscreen, right? To get something to protect your skin to the sun, especially if you are like outside very close to midday or when it's like very, very hot, because it's not just for like protecting your skin, but yeah, especially so you don't get burned, right? And you can be a little more relaxed in that way. Remember that the sun is good, but it can be also harmful. So just remember to avoid, you know, the midday and the hottest hours, and to put on sunscreen and try to yeah, protect your skin in that way. Alright, so that was the first run. I had a lot of bids, to be honest. Like very, very good RNG. So I got pretty lucky. So I'm gonna do this probably 3 times, and then I'll see if I can get some upgrades on the research. Alex V Soul, hi, welcome. I saw one of your videos lately, I think, where you just explained my like the flamethrower strategy I've been using. So thanks for sharing the content, and thanks for like sharing the strategies I've been using. So that was very, very nice. So you have a question here. Did you try, instead of end the game, a repeat, sell the miner and rebuy later in the same game? So sell and rebuy later. Oh yeah, because you say that you once again stack the loot, and then you can get again like a lot of loot, and it can be more legendary. I haven't tried it to do so, but the main problem with that method would be that you just end up playing for longer. Like you end up playing for too much time. And so yeah, it's true that the longer you wait, the better the loot becomes. But if you end up like sacrificing too much time and you end up like playing too much, then I don't know if the efficiency is as good. You know, it might be better to maybe play a little bit shorter, but then like not spending too much time, right, on the actual gameplay. So that's why normally like I always go around 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes, no more than that. So you can see here, guys, I got again lucky, and I got more rarity tickets. So that's super, super cool. And yeah, you know, if you can keep on having like this number up, like always playing with rarity tickets on, then of course your rarity is always better. Like it's increased by 50%. So that's of course more bidders and higher chance of having better loot. So yeah, that's why I don't think, Alex, that playing for like building the miner, get some loot, then selling it, and then rebuilding it again later on might be a good strategy. I mean, it could be good because you end up like getting very nice loot, but at the same time you end up like spending too much time. So it would be the same that you like wait a lot of time at the beginning, right, until you place it, and then you just place it once. Like I would say that it's pretty similar in terms of strategy. So your loot is just better because you just wait more, so it's more rare. But at the same time, you end up like spending too much time on the map. Okay, so Mr. Computer Kid, in case that the sunscreen just runs out, like, or if you're sweating, right, you feel like it's not protecting you, then you can get the sunscreen that you put on when you go to the sea or when you like go to the beach, because it's like a special sunscreen that is not like removed by water, or like it stays on even if you get wet or sprayed with water or even with some sweat. So that should be good, and that should definitely help. So you should you prefer to so do you shoot arrows? Like, I don't know how to say it, like shooting range. I would say that, like, what do you shoot? You shoot arrows, bows, right? You use a bow, or do you shoot something else? That's cool. That's a very nice like sport. Oh, okay, I see. So that's completely different. Okay, so you're a soldier. Well, I guess then it's something else. But I don't know why I thought about like archery, and I thought about like bows and arrows. Like, I had a cousin of mine that did that. So he did like archery. So it was like in a shooting range, but with like a bow and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe that's why I thought about it. Alright, there's level 6 here, and you can see already that my loot, like, it's not capped. So it's just at the very beginning, right? Then it's very quickly how it becomes, like, how you lose the full amount of loot. So that's why you don't really want to play for that much longer. You want to just end the game. So you're just maximizing the time at which you're getting the highest amount of loot, and it's just the most rare. But definitely, like, if you want, Alex, if you're still connected into the chat and you're still watching the stream, I could try right now to follow like your strategy, right? What do you use? You place the miner and then you sell it after how much time? Then in which, like, after how amount you then place it again? Like, what's your overall strategy for that, like buying and reselling? Oh, so how do I get double gain? I think you can get it on the Android version of the game, because I don't think it's available yet on Steam, like as a Steam purchase. But remember, you can connect like the Android account to your Steam account. You use the same like email. So you buy like you just get Infinitode 2 on your phone or on Android or anything. Then you get double gain there, and then you just get like you buy it there. Then because you unlock it on your account, then you just save the game, and then when you connect from Steam, you should have it on. So that's how you do it. Personally, I got double gain when I just bought the game when it first came out on Steam. So yeah, I don't think there is a way to get double gain unlocked on Steam right away. You have to go through Android first, or through like any mobile version, and then getting it there, and then you have it on stream. When you save the account, you just sync the different save games. So I usually play the miner at minute 42. Place the miner. Wait, minute 42 means when this timer here reaches 42. Oh, that's super long. So you end up waiting a ton of time. But then, like, do you then sell it and then you replace it again? Like, what do you do? Or you just keep it until the end of the game? Yeah, because that's a lot of time that you wait at the beginning. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like waiting so much time, yes, it gives you better loot, because of course it just like it becomes more rare, right? But I don't know, like you end up sacrificing a lot of time, like around 13 minutes, right? So 13 minutes, like 12 minutes of real playing time, you end up sacrificing that on for like how much bid this, like how much loot do you get there, like by using that method. And then yeah, you play it till the end. And for example here, see that I got like around 90 biddies, of course with double gain, so that would be 45 biddies. And then I got some pretty decent, you know, amount of loot. It's not so much, of course certain things are being boosted because of double gain, but yeah, a little bit less than 1 million green papers here. So yeah, what do you like? I don't know, I feel like if you play for such a long period of time, that the like, even if like you get the same amount of loot roughly, right? Because it's just if you wait longer, it's not like you get more loot, you just get all the loot that you should have got earlier. But I don't know, I have a feeling that like playing for shorter in this way just gives you, at the end of the day, so if you sum up, for example here, I'm playing for 3 minutes, right? If I then multiply like 4 runs like this compared to one single run, when you just wait like 40 minutes here, right, and you wait until the boss almost leaks to place the miner, then I would argue that the results might be very, very similar, if not slightly in favor of this other strategy. But yeah, I'm not sure. I will have to test to see. Especially like when your loot frequency is not maxed, your loot rarity is very low, like how that affects the overall loot. It will be interesting. Oh, so you're doing like that because you're doing other things. Oh yeah, I see. So you just let it run in the background and you just come back when yeah, when the boss is almost through, and then you place the miner there. So yeah, I guess it works in terms of an FAK strategy. But I would argue that you still need to get the coins, right, per minute. So you still need to enter into the game and to activate the upgrade points here as you get them. So that's something that you still have to do, right? So you can't completely FAK. Okay, so your best run was 450 biddes with double gain, low frequency level 39, loot rarity 7, biddes probably 50. So that's in 13 minutes, right? So in 13 minutes you got that amount. So let me just do a quick math. So 13 minutes. So that would be around 42 biddes per minute, right? And of course that just changes because sometimes you're gonna get more biddes, sometimes you're gonna get less. It's just a little bit RNG. But yeah, you know, 42 per minute is not so bad in terms of just biddes, you know, if we just consider biddes. In terms of other items, like do you get like enough tickets? Like how many lucky shot tickets or like rarity tickets do you get? Oops, yeah, I should have. Yeah, I'm playing here for a little bit longer than what I should have. I should have just ended the game a little bit sooner. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so you get the coins upgrade twice, then you go FAK. Okay. Yeah, it would be interesting to like compare your runs. So you just like screenshot one of your runs, like with all the items, and then I try to do like 4 runs. That should be the roughly the same amount of time you take to do one, right? So you compare 4 runs against your single one, and then you try to add, you know, all the different items. You try to add all the different, you know, stuff, and then you just compare the actual loot. Like if it's overall, like if 4 times is just better than 1, or if just 1 is better than 4. So, but yeah, it's definitely like another strategy. I don't really think there is a better way to do it. I think it just depends on the loot frequency level that you have, and yeah, on your overall strategy. Like if you cannot really follow the game right away, or you need to do other things, then definitely you can let it run on the background, right? And as you're not doing anything, you're just collecting loot. So definitely, you know, that strategy works for that reason. Oh wow, I got a ton of with this here, so I can get this one level 80 now. All right, nice. Let's save. Sometimes no ticket at all, sometimes 4 tickets. Yeah, it just depends. Yeah, also the tickets are pretty rare. Like you can see there, I got some tickets now, but yeah, no, it's not something that you get very often, especially when your loot frequency and your loot rarity are not very high. So yeah, I'm gonna try to follow your method now. I'm gonna just try to do it once to just have a direct comparison. All right, I have loot frequency level 39. I have loot rarity level 0 though, and BDDR property level 50. So I want to see with rarity tickets. So I have both this ticket, both tickets active, loot ticket and rarity ticket. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna just try it once. Of course, I might have to try it like at least 3 times to have an average and to be able to like compare it with different runs. But yeah, definitely, yeah, I don't know. I always feel like playing for longer is just like not rewarding enough. Or maybe that happens like once you get very high levels of loot frequency. Maybe earlier on it's just better to maybe play for longer like this. All right, so let's see now, guys. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to follow a Alex Vsouls strategy. So he waits a lot more at the beginning, right, until this number here becomes 42. And now let's see how it goes. So I haven't really placed anything that is gonna make the boss though not cut short. So for example, the boss is gonna cut short these platforms, so I will lose like two there, but it shouldn't be that bad, right? Yeah, I'm gonna try to wait for as long as possible. Like of course, when the boss is gonna be around here, then that means that yeah, it's time to place the miner, even if I'm not gonna be close to 42, because otherwise the boss is gonna just exit when I'm still getting maximum loot. So of course that's not good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go for coins generated per minute here up to level 3. And then I might just go for miner's installation time, this one, and then maybe some more mining speed levels, right? That could be an idea. I will be waiting a lot here. So so yeah, definitely like having more coins, generating more coins, and yeah, getting more stuff should be good. I'm pretty sure that this splash shouldn't be able to kill the boss, right? It's just level 6 and just upgrading it, like it's just leveling up very slowly, so it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't do enough damage. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So I could go for this one. Actually, another thing I could go with is like enemy speed this left side. So this one, and then going for those 5,000 more coins, right? That could allow me to get the miner upgraded much more. So that's also one option. Other times I place the miner right at the beginning and play till the boss leaks. Think I obtain more green peppers like that for the prestige tickets research. Yeah, that's true. If you place, like if you start destroying enemies right away, you end up getting more green peppers because your score just increases more. See that now here, like I'm generating a very little amount of green peppers. Well, because my score is like 0. So I haven't destroyed anything yet, so the score is low. So if you destroy enemies from right at the beginning, yes, your loot is not super good, but you end up getting many more green peppers. Now, I'm not really focusing here on farming green peppers because I don't feel like I need to. I can, like the amount of green peppers I get from just farming normally, like are enough. I'm not able to progress super quickly, but still, it's pretty decent. Okay, so let's see here, total time so far, it's 20 minutes. Okay, so that's good. So actually 20 minutes, the boss is here. So that means that the boss is gonna be right here when it's gonna hit 40-minute mark. Right, around this area. So 40, yeah, 42 should be around this side. So what do I do here? Do I go for these extra coins, right, to upgrade my miner further? Or do I just go for this right side and I just increase more the mining speed? Well, definitely I need this one just to have my miner spawn the enemies faster. Then, so this is gonna be like I have 3 points. So I need 2, 1 is gonna be 4. Then I need 3 more to get this one. Instead, this one just need 2, and then I can just spend my coins. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really know which is best. I think just going for extra mining speed might allow me to get the loot a bit faster at the very end. But I don't think I'm gonna be upgrading the miner past level 5 anyway, because otherwise, like I would need to also upgrade my splash a lot. So that's why I'm seeing here the coins, and yeah, I think that already like I should be able to place this miner and get a level 5. So I don't think I'm gonna need like any more coins like to be able to upgrade it any further. So I think I'm gonna just go for this right path. Okay, so you go left branch, then right, but with coins minute level 2. Yeah, so you don't get this one level 3, but only level 2. Yeah, let's see. Total time here is 27. Oh, so you get the miner up to level 8. Oh, that's a lot. I cannot even upgrade it up to level 8 because my maximum level is level 7. Normally, like I never... Well, I have played for longer on this map, upgrading the miners, but normally like you don't need to upgrade them that much. Of course, then in later stages of the game, you need to. Like when you get them level 10, you get a ton of resources. But yeah, 16,000 coins. I'm pretty sure like I have enough coins to get my miner level 5 and to be good. So I'm gonna just unlock this one, right? And then I'm gonna just go for this one. So let's see. Maybe I'm gonna get enough upgrade points. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I really want to have this option available. So if I want to get like the extra 35% speed, I can get it. Total playtime here, 32 minutes. Alright, so that's 10 more minutes. I got my Infinite research a level max. Then realized it was a mistake. Well, it's not a mistake actually. It's better because in that way you just get more you spawn more enemies, you get your loot faster. So at the end of the day, it's not like a mistake. So yeah, it's 1, it's gonna be 2. So maybe I'm gonna be able to get the coins. I don't know, it depends on how much experience the next level requires. 350, 340. So maybe I can make it, right? It's still, I need to wait 6 more minutes in terms of in-game time, so that could be enough. So definitely getting now this one upgraded. Yeah, just level 3 should be good, because remember that the beginning enemies are very weak. Even if you just wait a lot of time to place a miner, they're still super weak at the beginning. Oh yeah, yeah, you need a lot of items, resources to upgrade the Infer research. But it definitely, like, it pays off. Especially when you're like trying to go for shorter runs. In this case, for this longer run, it might be better to have like a slightly different research, right? But for the shorter runs, it's just better, because in that way, just maximizing the amount of enemies you spawn by just playing for shorter time. All right, let's see. We're getting closer here to 42 minutes. So yeah, the boss should be around this area, as you can see. All right, so just 1 more minute here. Yeah. And let's see what the things I can get. Like, I have a lot of coins here, so I could get a ton of stuff. So let's go slow as well. All right, so let's upgrade it level 5. Let's get this one maybe upgrade as well, level 5. And yeah, let's just get this one level 7. Like, I can max it right away. So yeah, let's go. Still some time waiting, and boom. And I can just go for my splash, like upgrade it even further. The speed here is pretty high, so yeah, let's just not risk it. You can see here the loot is still capped. Oh, it's already not capped anymore? Oh, that's so sad though. It's already, like, I have consumed already all the loot. See that the, like, enemies do not spawn anymore the maximum amount of loot. So this is already like the maximum. Yeah, that's pretty sad though. I got my splash on level 10. And that's it. Like, I cannot upgrade this miner any further. I can't get any other upgrades, right, to increase somehow the speed. So that's the maximum I can get. And yeah, the boss is getting closer. I'm gonna just play until the very end, as you said. But yeah, you can see that now the loot is very little. Just some enemies drop some loot, but then that's just it. Let's go for this one. Why not? Some more damage. Yeah, but the boss now is gonna leak, and that's it. All right, so let's see the overall, like, loot and the overall progress. So I got 404 BDDR. 2.8 thousand Infer, 40 keys, 16 of this, 92 keys here. Total duration 12 minutes and 11 seconds. So this is a little bit more than 4 times when you play like for 3 minutes or less, right? Then here, let's see. Yeah, let's see just the other loot like this. 90 keys, 92. Some portals, some sources here for custom maps. Yeah, like, it's definitely more, but I don't know if it's like much more. 4.5 million green papers. Yeah, let's just compare, right? Because I have this run that was made in one go, right? Playing for 12 minutes it was, and then I have yeah, here I open the chest though, so I can't have the direct comparison. Then I have this one here, 3 minutes. Then this one was also 3 minutes, this one 3 minutes, and this one also 3 minutes. So those are 4 runs. So definitely in terms of green papers gained, I was very close to like 1 million. So if you multiply 1 million times 4 is 4 million, and that's a bit less than the amount I got here in this single run. In terms of common items gained, you can see here that on my normal runs here, my short runs, I get less of these common items, but they are a bit higher in terms of percentage, like in the overall loot. But yeah, all the other items, yeah, definitely like the amount of keys earned is a lot higher. So that's one thing for sure. See, 54 here, 32, 36, 8. So definitely like in the single run, that was a lot higher. 40, 92, 90 here. But yeah, it's especially, I think, the amount of bids that it's almost exactly 4 times, because if you just sum here, like 98, right, plus 90 plus 80 plus 104 here is very close to having an average of 100, right? And here, for example, like I got some more, so yeah, like around 100, right, per every 3 minutes. So that's roughly 400 in 12 minutes. So in terms of bids, it's almost the same. But yeah, I don't know. Like I would have to carefully examine every single item and compare it. But yeah, it's just a different method. I would say that I would argue if you need to like FAK and you want to do other stuff, then it's maybe better to use this method, because in that way you can just leave the game around and you don't worry and you just get the loot. Instead, if you want to play for shorter, then definitely you need to pay more attention to the game. You cannot FAK and you have to do it like more times. So yeah, it just depends on your approach to the game and what you prefer to do. Duke Smith, hi, welcome, and also welcome to Parola99. I'm still grinding the quest. Last thing to do to get the final trophy. Yeah, the master trophy. Yeah, that's pretty hard to get. It's tedious, so I set myself a target of doing 4 quests a day. Some game time ones are crazy boring. Yeah, the game time ones, you can use your accelerators. That's what I recommend you to do. Like for example, when you have some quests that you need to play like for 3 hours, right? There is, I think, one quest here on 5.8 where you need to play like for 3 hours. You can just skip it with the accelerator, see? So you can do this in that way you don't have to play for that long and it becomes much better. So yeah, I would just recommend you to do that. But yeah, it's a grind. Getting this trophy here, the master trophy, it's a grind. Then here's some questions from Parola99. Just searching from some farming, get to see your channel and you're on live. Yeah, nice. How many hours did you put on this game? Now on this new account, so on this progress that I'm showing, I got a little bit more than 84 hours in game, but real playing time, it would be around like probably 100 hours, right? I would say. On my main account though, where I have everything maxed, I have yeah, a bit more than 400 hours. So that's pretty much the amount of time. It's always funny to see a non-Spanish speaker trying to pronunciate my name. Yeah, because in Spanish, like if you pronounce it in Spanish, it's Perola, right? Perola 99. Perola 99. But I try to keep the English pronunciation for every name. Lol. Yeah, no problem, Doug. I hope you get the trophy soon enough, the master trophy soon enough. Okay, so Alex, we saw good for FAK. Yeah, exactly. Unless you forgot and the boss leaks before you place the miner. Oh, rip, yeah, if that happens, then you've just wasted like 12 minutes. But yeah, you just have to be careful about that little detail, I would say. Yeah, let's get for... Yeah, I think level 80 here should be more than enough. Like the last 20 levels, I'm gonna only get like 200 more coins, starting coins. Instead, this one is coins per minute. So I think that it's a lot more valuable getting this one. So I'm gonna go for this level 67 and let's save. All right. So do you guys have any other questions? Oh yeah, I wanted to answer to some comments. I don't know if the people that made the players that made the comments are live, so they're watching the live, but nonetheless, I'm gonna try to answer to those questions. Now the first question is how to set up a custom map, how to sell it if you cannot like place a good portal for flamethrower, so you have to go for Crusher. Right? Now the first thing that you have to remember is which enemies Crusher is good against. If you go here, right? Crusher is good, so it has a 150% efficiency against regulars. So that's good already because every single portal on custom maps has regulars. Then toxics and then light enemies. Right? So those three type of enemies are the ones that Crusher is best against. Then there are some enemies that Crusher is good against that deals the same amount of damage. That is fast, healers, and that's it. Right, so fast healers and then bosses, but whatever. So fast and healers. So when you're creating a custom map and you want to place Crusher, you want to place a portal 340%, remember, that has at least 3 types of these enemies. So regulars that are always going to be there, so you don't have to worry about that. So a portal that has either fast, toxics, healers, or lights. And that's it. So that's the only thing you have to worry about. Remember, just 3 enemies out of the amount that you might have. So for example, here I'm gonna go portals 340 and just try to take a look around. So you always have regulars. Then for example, here I have fast, toxics, and lights, and healers. So this portal already is super fine because I have all the 5 type of enemies that Crusher is good against, and then there is only 1 type that is armored that Crusher is not so good against. And you just wanna go through your portals until you find this. Remember, you don't have to like place a portal that is perfect, that doesn't have flying enemies, that doesn't have all those type of enemies. Just remember, you just need at least 3 enemy types that Crusher is good against. So for example, let's take as example this one right here, right? This one has regulars, healers, and lights. So that's 3 out of 6 type of enemies that Crusher is good against. So this could be already a portal that you could use. Let's analyze, for example, this one as well. Regulars, healers, and lights. Then this one, no. Because see, there's only like regulars and then that's it. All the other different type of enemies are not going to be good against. Like Crusher is not going to be good against. So this is not a good portal. And yeah, you just have to go through the portals that you have until you find a good one. Then how you set the custom map, it's a lot easier than on Flamethrower, because you're gonna just need to set your custom map like in a corner like this, and you're gonna place just a road in this C shape like this. You can also create it like this, right? Or like in any other direction. So like a C, like this N, right? Like a inverted C. Oops. Or like an U, right? It's exactly the same. So just go for whatever you feel comfortable with. Wait, not like this though, but yeah, like this. So yeah, any of these 4 shapes is good against like if you're going for Crusher. Just remember, one corner is always going to be your portal, the other corner is going to be your base. So as base, remember, always go for a base that disables research. That's the most important thing to maximize the amount of prestige tickets you get. And then in terms of stats here, you're always looking for range, all right? Range and damage. And if you can, some additional coins. And that's it. So again, it's very similar to Flamethrower, I would say. So let's see, for example, no attack speed, this one, just go for range. Remember, range is the most important stat. So see, for example, here, range, then health, experience multiplier, yeah, it's not so bad. So maybe it could be this one already. All right. Now the platform that you use is a projectile speed platform. This is going to increase by 3 times the speed of your crusher. And that's very important because the worst thing about crusher is the amount of time it takes to grab enemies. So by just increasing a ton the projectile speed, you can just grab enemies and you can destroy them much faster because you don't miss. Yeah, this is just how to do it, and this is how you want to set up your map. So I just cancel all these other ones. All right, just like this. All right, and therefore you don't need to actually like, you can use all the rest of the map, right? So all this rest of the map to place platforms, to place tiles, to place whatever, to yeah, to just increase your score. So that's pretty much how to do it. And yeah, so that's how to get a map that using Crusher, right? And I'm gonna just show you how it looks like when you play it. All right, so I'll say like this, remember. Then you place Crusher. Of course, Crusher is more expensive than Flamethrower, so some extra coins at the start could be nice so that you can level it up a little bit more. But if you don't worry. And yeah, you just start and see that the projectile speed is super valuable, because in that way you actually can grab enemies much faster. So that's why I recommend to go for the projectile speed tile. Sorry, platform. And then when you get enough cash, you just upgrade Crusher. You go always for the second ability, the one that's going to allow you to grab more enemies, to hold more enemies at once. And yeah, as soon as you get the score, right, you just need to reach 4,000 if you're using no research base. And the portal minimum difficulty is 500. And yeah, you can see already here, I got it. So that's just how to do it. And yeah, so that's how to create a custom map and how to set it up using Crusher, right? I know it's a question that someone asked in the comments, like in a couple of days ago, so I just decided to use this live stream to answer to that. Igor, hi and welcome. It was you, Igor, that did the question, I think. Yeah, exactly, so it was you. So yeah, I hope that you were able to see how to set it up. And remember, you just wanna like use all the remaining spots, right, to place platforms, to place anything to increase your map price, right, and to then sell it for prestige tickets. So just remember, base that has at least 3 types of enemies that Crusher is good against, projectile speed platform, and base disables research that has inside range, especially range. Then if it has damage or experience multiplier or stunning coins, is of course a plus, but it's not needed. So yeah, that's just pretty much it, how to do it. And yeah, so that's how to set up a map with Crusher. And then I think there was another question. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, it was a question maybe about loot frequency and loot rarity, something like that. But yeah, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I've discussed about it in many of my other videos. Always prioritize, loot frequency over loot rarity. So in that way, your overall loot increases, so you can get even more items to then place on your custom maps and to just get more prestige tickets. So yeah, that was pretty much it. So I'm gonna just do here 6.3 a couple more times. I'm gonna go back here to use the method of playing for shorter. But definitely the method I showed before by Alex V Soul also works, especially when you're gonna go FAK, you want to do other things as the game is running. That it's a pretty decent strategy for that reason. And at the end of the day, like, the overall loot you get is roughly the same. So it's not worse and it's not better. Like, it's roughly the same. Especially when you especially when you have your loop frequency that's not super high, right? The higher your loop frequency becomes, and especially your loop rarity becomes, then the worse it is to wait, because you end up getting legendary loot a lot earlier. So it's just better to just place the miner much sooner, and therefore to just get the legendary loot right away. Like, by waiting any longer, you're not getting, like, you're not making the loot any more rare, because it's already like the rarest. So yeah, that's just something that happens, but in very, very late stages of the game. Neat Sauce, hi, welcome. Yeah, there was a bot, I think I have like hidden, and I have deleted the messages he sent, so sorry about that, guys. I wrote auto hotkey script today to farm 6.3 with your method. Oh, so you don't even have to do it yourself? Oh, that's that's way too lazy. You're too lazy, Igor. Yeah, actually I reported it. I reported it, and I so it should be like all the comments should have been removed, right? I hope. Because all these bots, like, the worst thing is that they're always slightly different, right? They come from different accounts, so even if you like block them and you report them, they're still coming back. So it's just super annoying for that reason. So hi, welcome, Rip. Welcome to the stream. Oops, here. Oops, I messed up. I waited for too long. Should have placed my miner slightly sooner. My bad, I guess. And yeah, I'm gonna play for slightly longer just because of the fact I placed the miner too late. So yeah, here we go. And here we go. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, exactly. I tried to like hit it and to report it like as soon as I saw the comments incoming. So you guys shouldn't be able to see the comments anymore, but yeah, it's just annoying. Alright, so maybe after this I can just here we go again. I can just maybe create a cast map, right? And I can sell it, trying to get some more maybe one more extra level of loot frequency, right? It would be nice. I can reach level 40. But yeah, I agree with you, Igor, that it's quite boring. The fact that you have to do it so many times, right? Like if you use the FAK strategy, definitely like you feel a bit less the amount of times you do it, right? Because you can maybe do it like 2 or 3 times a day. That's already like half an hour. And you're only done it like 3 times, right? You've just completed 603 times. So you don't really feel the amount of times you have done it. And in terms of loot, it's pretty much the same. Instead, if you do like short runs like what I'm doing, then you definitely feel like you're doing it so many times that Right, so I'm gonna just do this last time, and then I'm gonna try to create a cast map to sell it for at least like 1700, 1800 tickets. It would be nice. And here we go. And the loot is already maxed, as you can see. And that's stop. Here we go. Oh, nice. I got also now some loot tickets. So, yeah, I have now more time, thankfully, where I can have the extra loot. Alright, so let's open the chest here. I'm gonna open everything that I have. I'm gonna also open these tiles, right? And then I'll try to create the custom map. How many tickets I need for the next level here? I have 793. I have 2.6. Oh wow, 2.6 thousand. I hope I will get enough resources already to sell for that amount. But if anything, I can always like craft the tickets, right? With the prestige dust. So that's always an option. Oops. Alright, let's open these ones, and yeah, that's it. So 26, 20, 20, yeah, it's not so many. Yeah, not too many though. So let's just craft here. So let's just create them, I guess. Let's place some more platforms. Maybe I'm gonna get so many that I will be able to select 2 custom maps, one after the other, for high value. Right. So always crafting from the lowest tier to the highest tier. I could have also gone to this one, but yeah, just skip it. Oh, nice. The only bad thing about this process is the amount of green papers you need to actually do this. It's like millions and millions of green papers spent to craft all these platforms. And especially here, the legendary ones. Like, look at this, 127, it's 1.4 million green papers. Oh, nice. That's many platforms, so I like that. I like this. Nice. Yeah, definitely I should be able to sell like 2 custom maps. I'm getting so many platforms here that I think only in one map they're not gonna fill all. So I will be able to get 2. Yeah, I'm very far away in terms of this though. And let's try to keep this crusher method, right? So I'm gonna show you one custom map selling with crusher. So yeah, why not? Oops. Placing them quickly, but not too quickly, so in that way you don't mess up. Oh yes, look at this. So many platforms. So nice. Yes. I'm gonna just keep 10 here of damage, just in case I might need it for like a flamethrower selling. Yeah. Why these bots are still here? I wonder. I wonder. Alright, so let's just place here around this. Just sources, because remember, if you place platforms, sometimes enemies can cut short to the platforms to reach your base faster. So that's why I can do this. And now let's place here some teleports, just upgrading the cost as much as possible. Oops. Teleports, yes. No need for teleports, so I can just place them all. Alright, 704, that's not too bad. So I remember I was seeing some video on YouTube, some guy wrote script to build the custom map automatically. Like in 5 seconds, map is ready. Oh, really? You can do that? There's no way. So here a question, do Tier 5 platforms have more value than miners? Nope, they're not. They have less value, but I have a lot more platforms than sources. So that's why I place more platforms. I can also craft them. Unfortunately, sources, you cannot craft them. Alright, here we go. So this is gonna be a crusher run. Run level 1. I got here the ability. Yeah, the range though is very small, so that's the only like bad thing, right? Range being super small. And here we go, I already got the score, so that's enough. Oh wow, 2100 tickets. Nice. Here we go. And I can even create and sell another one right away. So see guys, now here, this is the main problem. Like platforms have around, I think power has 300 value, right? All the other ones are gonna have slightly less. Here damage has 283, experience 262, and like the lower you go, the less value they have. All right, see the minimum is 240. Sources have a much higher value, 641, especially these ones that have 100% density. The ones that have less density, see that the value is slightly less, but it's still much higher than platforms. But the main difference is that you get only a bunch of them. You don't get that many, so you consume them very quickly, and therefore that's why it's like sometimes just better to craft than to place a ton of platforms, because you're gonna have many of them, even if the value is slightly less. And still, you can see that still the matrix has higher map price at 100% density. If the density becomes a little bit lower, it becomes almost like the actual platforms, or even lower. See here, this one's 271. When you go to vector, it becomes less. So you can see here 200. With the 100%, I think it might be very close. Yeah, 257 here. But yeah, just that's the main difference, right? And yeah, so now let's just create the second map, right? I'm gonna place my remaining platforms, and then I'm gonna just place all the sources that I have, like as many as I have. I'm gonna leave as well some platforms with the projectile speed, because I'm gonna need them for Crusher. So I'm gonna create again this other map with Crusher. I just like the fact that you need less RNG compared to a flamethrower, right? So that's why I like it. So just leaving 10 there. All right. And now see that I don't have any more platforms, I just place my sources. And because I don't really have that many of them, right? You can see that, yes, they have a very high value, but cannot place that many. So that's the only like sad thing. Yeah, normally I just like the ones I have, like for example, see here I have 7, like I don't really have that many, so I don't even try to place them. I just go to the ones where I have at least like 10. And yeah, that's just it. All right, 29 here. Oops, oh, I messed up. I messed up. Is there a possibility to get 4000 score with no research with some of the tower? I mean, for Thermal Crusher. No, you can't. The score is directly related to... I'm gonna just mute the bot again here. The score is directly related to research. So if you have no research, that's gonna already reduce the score by a ton. And then if on the portal difficulty, so if the portal difficulty is lower than 500%, the score that you need is going to be higher. If it's higher than 500%, then it's just 4000. Like it doesn't get any lower, even if you get like a portal of like 4000% difficulty. That's like the maximum. So let me just remind how I'm gonna place the last sources here. Okay, like this, right? So let's try to place here these ones that have slightly more value. And that's it. All right, now let's zoom in. And I'm gonna need the one platform of projectile speed, right? Then roads. I'm gonna just create it as I created before. And then now a portal. Again, remember the type of enemies: regulars, fast, healers, toxics, and lights for Crusher in particular. So I have a regular, fast. Again, I have a healer, toxic, light. So that's perfect. So again, it's like, I think it's the same portal as before, right? Because I had to. And then here base disables research that has at least range. So remember, that's the only thing you have to look for, range. If you have some other stats, then of course it's nice, but range is the most important one. So here range, rotation. Yeah, I could try with this one. Let's see. Rotation is not needed, but I have some experience multiplier, so it could work. And yeah, let's see. So Andrew Kaiser, hi and welcome. I'm not even looking here at the wave manipulation because of the fact that it should be fine. Right. I only have 7 more lives. I hope I can get the score before then. 2.9, 3000. Oh no, I won't be able to get it. Oh, rip. So I found a better way to do custom maps. Isn't faster in creating, but spend no time trying to get max score. Don't have to look for any stats. Okay, that's interesting. What's your strategy then? I think the base here is too weak. So even if it has range, but unfortunately, like it doesn't have any additional coins at the start. So that's why I'm struggling here a little bit. So let's see if I have another one. Range, experience, starting money, a little bit more. So let's try with this one. Right. So I can upgrade it like level 1. Yeah, here we go, faster. So I do more damage there. Yeah, unfortunately, in wave 3, where all those regulars come out, I don't have it level. I don't have the second ability yet, so that's the main problem. But as you can see here, I got the score already. So just, you know, a couple of struggling, but then that was it. All right, here we go. So that's 1800. Very nice. And yeah, that's it. So I sold 2 custom maps in a row, but I think I can get just one, right? One level. Yeah, because I need like 650 tickets, right? Something like that. Crusher is bad when enemies are close to each other. Yeah, especially if you don't have the second ability yet, because you can only grab one enemy each time. So that's why, like, that wave there, where there was the like all the enemies came out at the same time. They work together, but at the same time, I didn't have the ability yet. So that's the main problem. So okay, so you use the platforms as tiles, Andrew. You just need to use a base with walk on platforms. Yeah, that's already a huge problem because of the fact that bases that both disable research and disable platforms, and that enemies can walk on platforms, are very rare. You're gonna need to have both of these things active. See, both the red dot and the blue dot, and this is super rare. Like, it's not something that you get very often. But like, do you need some stats inside in particular, or like any stat is good? I don't know. Miguel, hi, welcome. No, this is just the old 1.8.6 update. I don't think there's been any other update since the last one, so this is just the current one. Okay, so create a spirals map with platforms. Okay, so yeah, so enemies are gonna walk onto platforms, of course. And but yeah, remember that the more platforms, like the more stuff you place that is not like sources or stuff that can be sold for high value, you lose a little bit of value there. But any stat is fine, because if by the time the enemies reach the end, I have it max score. Oh, so it's a very long... oh, okay, I see. So it's a very large path. So it's a very long path. So I guess that... which tower do you use? Like, do you place multiple towers? Do you use disable research? Because remember, the disable research is super important. Oh, so you only use Crusher. Yeah, it's interesting. So you both disable research, you work on platforms, you don't look for any other stat, and you just make a super long path. That could be interesting to try. Yeah, I would say that it's just very it just depends on which strategy you want. Your idea, though, I think it requires a lot of time to create, right? Because you have to be careful that the path doesn't overlap, that enemies cannot cut short and reach your base much faster. So I think it's just longer to create, right? I can sell a map for 2,700 tickets. Well, that depends on the amount of platforms that you can place, and on the on which level you have. Like, for example, I have this one level 17. When I'm gonna get it level 18, I will definitely get more prestige tickets by selling the same cast maps. But yeah, definitely, like, if you place items that have higher value, then definitely you get more prestige tickets as well. So that's, of course, very nice. Now I'll see if I can get the those tickets left, guys. I will try to see if I can just sell here a bunch of this stuff, right, that I don't use anymore. Rather than this one, I'm not gonna sell that one. Let's sell all this platforms of 50%, right, until 480. Right, let's sell all this again until 350. Oh yes, selling. Careful, just to 340%. So those are the ones that you don't want to sell, right? 330. And yeah, let's just sell all these other ones. Right, that's 51.2 thousand. Then let's sell a bunch of these bases. So very rare to rare. So yeah, for example, this one, see, the violet ones, I'm gonna sell them all. And all the lowest value. And all these music tiles. 141,000. So let's see how many prestige tickets I'm gonna get. Oh, that's not even nearly enough. Rip. I just don't like spending time trying to get the score. I always sell at 200%. Yeah, you don't spend time trying to get the score, but at the same time, like, you end up spending more time in creating the cast map. So I don't know which is more time consuming, right? To quick select like that, you need, like in the Steam version, you just need to click A. If you use A in terms of your hotkey, right, in your keyboard, you select everything. So see here, A, you just select everything. So you can select everything like this. So it's super fast, super quick. But you can, I think you can only do it on the Steam version. I'll make an example and post on Reddit or Discord. I'll time it too on how long it takes to create. Okay, yeah, you could try that. I mean, I think I have understood your idea. But yeah, definitely like the selling price here. So for how much or the value you can sell the map, right? It just depends on which platforms you're placing and which sources you're placing, because of course, like the power multiplier platform is more like gives higher value than, for example, all the other ones, right? If you, on top of that, you place a lot of sources as well, that's a lot of value. And yeah, so like the map, it's like once you achieve the largest map possible, that it's, by the way, 32 plus times 32, it's just it, right? So you cannot increase the size anymore, so the value just depends on how many things you can place. If on top of that you place like teleports, you place a ton of the barriers and all that, and of course you increase it even more. But yeah, it's just there's a button to select all on mobile. I don't think there is. I think on mobile you just have to like click, hold, right? And okay, what's going on here? So you click, hold, right? And then you have to manually click every single platform and every single item that you want to then bulk sell. So that's unfortunately on mobile versions. I think that's how you have to do it. You don't have this button here that is going to allow you to just select everything super quickly, like this. So unfortunately you don't have that. So yeah, on mobile, like everything, it's just more time consuming. You just spend more time. Unfortunately here I'm very close, but I wasn't able to get enough tickets here. I just need like 400 to get low frequency level 41, so that's super sad. The panel on the right side says to select all. Where? Do you have a panel here? Like, I don't see it on Steam, but maybe on the mobile version there is like a panel, right? There is something that is going to allow you to select all. But I don't see it here on Steam. Like, there is none of this. So I don't know. Yeah, I've already done it. I have click and hold. I have this, see, select visible. Oh, okay, so this one, select visible. Also, you click this one, right? Oh, I see. So you click this this thing right here, guys. Select visible. See, I have the hotkey because it's Steam, but on mobile, like if you click here, you should still be able to select everything that you can see. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, nice. So you can also do it on mobile, thankfully. Nice. Yeah, that's very interesting. Like I'm discovering new things about the game every time. Things I didn't know or things I didn't use. That's just super cool. All right, so Andrew, let me just try to do this. I'm gonna move on to my main account here, right? Where I have because I have a lot more stuff that I can just place. And for example, I have created this prestige map, right, as example. But this is with flamethrower. So if you create something with crusher, right, you could place potentially even more of these sources. Remember that sources are much more valuable than platforms. See here, power is 305. Instead, the 180 source, I think it's, let me just see here. Yeah, it's 641 map price. So it's more than double. So of course, the longer you keep on playing the game, the more you get this stuff, the better it is to place it. So like even if enemies can walk on top of platforms, but platforms are not even nearly as valuable as these sources. So it's much better to place as many of these other sources, right? So for example, if I would remove if I would just place, for example, more of this stuff, right? Like this. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna just do this, right? All right. I think that if you create a map like this, and then you get a base that again like just has some range and money, and maybe enemies can walk on platforms, right? If you want to get the extra 10%. So I think range, nope. Yeah, see for example this one, right? This one should be fine. And then I just place a platform here, right? I think that see that the amount of actual path is very short, and so I could fill almost the entire screen with these sources that are super valuable. So I think like this map right here, you can sell it for a value that you cannot be beaten. Like if you place more platforms, you end up losing value, right? Because even if its power is 305, instead these sources are 641, or the 170 ones are 605. So that's why I believe that like the longer you keep on playing the game, and the more of these things you get, right, the more important it becomes to try to minimize the amount of platforms you place, and try to just place these sources because they are much more valuable. Yeah, for example here, if I would just play this map, sorry, let's see if this base is good though. No, it's not good. The portal, sorry. So let's see, 340% portal. Do I even have one? I have only one. Yeah, but this one is fine. It has a regular, fast, and toxics. So let's see if I play now this map, right? With Crusher. Yeah, disable research disable. So it doesn't matter that my how it's called, my endless research is maxed. This is exactly as before, so it's the same kind of struggle. So here my RNG was a little bit bad because I had 2 waves with flying enemies. I'm still trying to see if I can beat it without manipulating the tiles. And yeah, this map, like of course I have also the, yeah, here we go, that's the score. I have a prestige ticket drop rate like maxed, so that's even higher. But you can see that this map, for example, I can sell it for 78 100 tickets. So yeah, see that, like, depending on which tiles you can place, of course the amount of prestige tickets you can obtain is much higher. So yeah, that's just how it is, I guess. And the more research means more tickets. Like, for example, if I just disable this and then I go again, same cast map, right? Same mechanics, because again, like, nothing here has changed, but my prestige ticket now, it's 0, the bonus. So now we'll be like earning a lot less tickets. But yeah, I think that this is just for like probably later stages of the game, right? Probably for earlier on, it might be better to use a strategy where you place a lot more platforms and you just use a base that disables research and makes enemies walk on platforms, and then yeah, you're good to go. So see, for example, now I got again the score, but now from 7,800, now it's, see, it's 3,200. So that's like less than half. So see how important like the prestige ticket drop rate is, right? The research, like how much more you boost the amount of tickets you obtain. So that's why it's so important to maximize this one, right? As much as you can. I'm gonna just reload here my last save game. So all right, let me see if I got your strategy right. So I'm gonna try to create here another map, right? So let me see if I got it right. So what you do here is you just place the base, right, on one, like the base at the center, and the portal, no wait, the portal at the center, the base on one edge, and then you do this, right? So you do the spiral when you just place all the platforms. Yeah, I'm just doing it bad here, but you just place them like this, right? So you do this kind of a path, spiral, right, like this. Yeah, I'm just messing up here, but I think you get the idea, right? You do this until you go to the portal, and then between the platforms, though, you place sources, right? So you place this stuff, or yeah, you place sources, right? Because otherwise enemies can just cut short and can reach your base much faster. So I think, like, if I understood it correctly, I think you use a strategy like this. T Vlad GD, hi, welcome. All right. So yeah, I'm actually gonna try it. Like the next time I'm gonna sell a custom map on my new account, right, where I have not such an amount of research. I might want to try it, because probably it's gonna, like, if it's gonna give me at the end of the day a little bit more value, so I can get more prestige tickets, then of course it's just best, right? So thanks for sharing that, Andrew. And yeah, it's always nice to learn from fellow players. Rian Lord, hi, welcome. All right, so do you guys have any other questions or any other tips about the game? I came back here to the new account, but I could just go back to the other one if you need to see some things with more, like, that require more research. All right. Nice. Yeah, let's try to do now 6.3 with the new loot frequency. It's level 40. let's try to see how it goes. I don't have any more rarity tickets, so I'm pretty sad, but that's just how it is. I'm not earning them like fast enough to have them always active. Yeah. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm most likely gonna just do 6.3 this last time, and then maybe I can just switch to like another game. Right? I'm getting pretty bored of doing 6.3 over and over. So if you don't wanna, like, if you don't have any other questions about the game or things you might need help with, then I'm gonna just move on to another game, I guess. Well, in reality, I can only stream for like 15 more minutes, because then I have to train, and then I have to prepare for the evening. We have a concert in my church, and I don't know if you guys know, but I play the electric guitar, so I play the guitar, and yeah, we're gonna have a youth like meeting, and in our church we have some guys from like America that have come. I live in Italy, and these teenagers from, well, they're not teenagers, they're actually 21 and 22 years old, but these people from America just came to my church to help, you know, to have 10 days of like missionary work. So we're gonna have like a special evening with them. They're gonna also like play, they're gonna prepare something very cool. So I have to get ready for that. All right. So yeah, definitely, like, you cannot see the difference in terms of loot from just one level to the other, right? It's just not visible. Like I would say that the loot I get is exactly the same as before, but you know, one extra level each time, one level, then at the end of the day, it like it makes a difference, right? So from level 39 to 40, there isn't much difference, but then from level like 35 to 40 to 45 to 50, then you start seeing the difference. And yeah, that's it, right? I will just focus, I think, from now on only on coins generation, right? I'm gonna just leave these starting coins at level 80. I think that's enough. The amount of extra coins I get for each level is not worth the price. Like, it's only 10 more coins for just like a lot of bids, right? So yeah, let's not do that. And yeah, that's it. So let's just open the last few chests and keys that I got, and then I'm gonna probably move on to I don't know, another game. Or do you guys have any other questions about Infinitode 2? Okay, so here a question from Leon Lord. Is it better to focus on bit disrupt rate, right? So bit disrupt rate or on mining speed? Earlier on, I would say that it's best if you focus on this one, and but this is super expensive. So what I recommend to do, and what I did, was when I went to the lucky wheel, right, and I got the the research tickets, so these red tickets here, I used every single one of those tickets that I got for this, to be able to get more levels. It's just until level 50, so it's not like it shouldn't really take you that much time. But yeah, you want to max this first because it's just gonna be some more and some additional bits from every single gameplay you have. But yeah, this one alone, unfortunately, it doesn't really make that much impact. It's a lot more impactful, like loot frequency and especially loot rarity. Like loot rarity, it's if you have loot rarity maxed, it's gonna give you a lot more of bits than if you have bit drop rate maxed. So it's just how it is. But of course, having it, you know, leveled up, it's just better than nothing. And after you max this one, level 50, you can see here I ended up using 40 tickets here. So the first 10 levels should be pretty cheap. Then from level 10 until level 50, it's super expensive. So that's why here I ended up using 40 tickets to just bring it from level 10 to level 50. And that's it. Then after you max speed the drop rate, that's when you want to use your tickets on a mining speed modifier, because this one as well requires more resources than Infinitode mining speed. And yeah, you just want to focus on these two next. And then when you get these two maxed, then you want to start focusing on coins. So starting money and coins per minute, especially this one is very important. And yeah, of course, as you get loot and as you just progress, try to get loot frequency upgraded as many times as possible. Every single level, even if it doesn't look like, but it's gonna give you that additional loot. And especially when you reach level, I think 95, 90 or 95, like every single level gives you a ton more of loot. Like I don't know really why, but it's just like it stacks a lot. So yeah, it's very important that you try to max it, like you reach level 100 and then you move to loot rarity. But at that stage, like once you have loot frequency maxed, you should be able to sell like one custom map after like maybe 2 or 3 times you do 6.3. So you should be able to get around 2,000 tickets every 3 rounds of 6.3. So that's around probably 5 levels each day that you can get on loot rarity. And the more loot rarity you get, the more rare loot becomes, so the more prestige tickets you obtain, so the faster you can progress, even if the amount of tickets required are going to be more and more, you know, the more you level up. And then remember as well, prestige ticket drop rate is very important, and try to upgrade this one as well as much as you can. And yeah, that's just it. You know, that's the overall progress that you wanna have. Once you have loot frequency maxed, loot rarity maxed, you start getting so many bits that you can literally start maxing things out like super quickly. And yeah, you wanna go, I don't know, earlier on, maybe you wanna focus on maybe resources, right? You can place more miners, you can upgrade them for more, maybe level 10, right? You maximize speed of everything, and then you move to towers. You can just max your towers, right? You max general stats, and that's when you just the game becomes only a matter of trying to max everything rather than playing for a certain upgrade, right? You start maxing everything. Alex, your question: did you ever compare like level 1 of loot frequency versus level 10 loot rarity? Yeah, I did it, but I think I did it on live stream. I haven't created a separate video about that, but I can show you here on my main account this, because here I have enough accelerators. So if you reset loot frequency and loot rarity, all right, and then you just get loot frequency up to level 10, see that you're gonna need roughly 4,500 tickets to get the level 10, and you end up spending like needing the same amount of tickets on loot rarity. So both of them are gonna be exactly the same cost, so they're gonna have the same price in terms of tickets, all right? And And what happens is that when you, like, I have done these comparisons at 3 main levels. So at level 0, level 50, and level 100, I think. So probably if you want to have a more direct comparison, you might want to do it for like every 10 levels, maybe, or maybe every 25. But what I was testing is this, for example. No, wait, I need to just sell one. If I go here, loot frequency, right, and I reset it, and then let's just assume I wanna get it up to level 25. All right. Now, how many tickets were needed to get it level 25? 31.9 thousand. See here, because of reset. And therefore, that means that if you would wanna upgrade both loot frequency and both loot rarity, right, to spend roughly this amount of tickets, you will have to spend half of this for each, right? So that means that if I upgrade this one and I upgrade it until I have roughly 15,000 tickets, for example, this is already too much. So let's see, let's try to get it like level 16, maybe. Yeah, 14.4, maybe one extra level, right? 17. So level 17 loot frequency and level 17 loot rarity is almost as the same as loot frequency only level 25. All right. So are you like following the process? Right. So this is roughly 32,000 tickets. So if I spend 16,000 on loot frequency and 16,000 on loot rarity, it will be roughly the same amount of tickets. And this is around level 16. Actually, level 17. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, here we go. So if I reset now also loot frequency and loot rarity, right, and I get them both level 17, let's try to do now 6.3, right? Let's try to do 6.3. I have everything else maxed, but it doesn't really matter because it's just a test. So I'm gonna try to do this, right? And let's see. I'm gonna use the same method I'm using on my other account. Yeah, this is just to show you guys that getting, like, upgrading loot frequency, even if it looks like you're getting more levels, at the end of the day, it's just worse. And you don't see it right away. Like, you don't see it on when you have loot, how it's called. Yeah, when you have loot frequency low level, but you see it especially when you have loot frequency a bit more higher level. Now here, I think I'm gonna just wait until 10 minutes. I'm gonna use the same strategy I've been using on my new account, right? I'm gonna use it even here, even if this splash has much higher level and is much stronger, but I'm gonna use the same strategy, all right? So that roughly I can just do the same. And then I'm gonna just compare the two runs. So I'm gonna compare a run when I have loot frequency level 25 and loot rarity level 0, and then a run where instead I have loot frequency level 17 and loot rarity level 17. And so we can see which one is better. Like, is it better to go for more loot rarity but then having less loot frequency, or is it better to just go with more loot frequency? Early on, unfortunately, it's not so simple. Like, you might believe that going for more loot rarity is better, but the more you progress, so the higher the level becomes, the more you realize. Oops, sorry, here I forgot to go this. The more you realize that yeah, it's just better to go for more loot frequency rather than going for loot rarity. But I'm gonna just show it to you here. So this is, remember, this was made taking into consideration the amount of tickets needed to reach loot frequency level 25. All right, so that's the threshold. So let's look here at the timer. See, 9:38. So I'm gonna just place the miner when it's gonna reach 10 minutes. Here we go. Yeah, I got it level 4, but yeah, whatever, it should be the same. And let's just play until here this timer reaches 11:30. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna just end the game now. Of course, just one single run might not be representative, because in one run you cannot really see well. Like for example, the amount of bitters I get now might be the highest, right? Maybe the next rounds are gonna get less, so that's the only problem. But just try to take a look here at the overall loot. Right, 3.2 thousand green papers, the star blueprints, all right, the overall loot. Try to remember this, all right. And now what I'm gonna very simply do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna reset loot rarity, so that's 0, and I'm gonna upgrade loot frequency up to level 25. And remember, this is roughly the same amount of prestige tickets, all right. And now let's do this level again. And same strategy, all right. So same upgrade, same towers, same miner. I'm gonna upgrade it in the same time, right? Everything is gonna be the same, but we're gonna just try to compare the two outcomes. So the two different loots. I have the other one saved up, so I'm gonna be able to look at it nonetheless. So I'm gonna just need to upgrade my miner here level 4, right? Before I got the level 4, so that's the level I have to get it also on this particular run. And remember, in this case, it's only until frequency level 25. So you might see that it's actually better to go for more loot rarity. But unfortunately, the more you upgrade loot frequency, the more it becomes apparent that loot frequency is much more important. Like for example, loot frequency level 50, I think that equates to having loot frequency level 34 and loot rarity level 34. So having it, like if you want to split the tickets between the two. And yeah, the closer you get to loot frequency 100, the higher the difference becomes. All right, so I see here the timer, 640, all right. So yeah, I've done this test in another live stream, I think it was. But I've never done a video, so maybe I could do a video, right? Where I just explain like an analysis video showcasing like how differently loot frequency and loot rarity behave as you upgrade them further, right? As you just get more and more and more levels. All right, let's get this one. Here we go. So that should be just waiting now for 10 minutes mark. All right, and let's see how it goes. And pressing it now, 1 2 3 4 only, and that's it, right? Because I didn't got anything else, and I just played until this timer here reaches 11:30. All right, so let's be ready here to pause and pause. All right, so let's end the game. You can clearly see that I got less bids, 66 compared to 100. All right, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna just compare the two runs, because this is the run loot frequency level 25, loot rarity 0. This is the run loot frequency 17 and loot rarity 17. So you can clearly see that in terms of legendary items, I got more before at a run. So more bids, but also more of these other like tiles, right? More of these blueprints. If we move on to the lesser quality loot, you can see that I got a lot more also before. See 54 here, 8 more keys, here less keys. Yeah, it seems that also some more resources, you know, some more tiles overall. All right, before. And then if we move to the lower loot, then pretty much the same. Well, actually a bit more for the very rare one. But I would say that in terms of keys, you can see that here I got 16, here I got 44. So I got more on the second run without that much loot rarity, sorry. And then here as well, like in terms of instead rare items and common items, I got more on the second run. So see, I got more like bad items, if you want to collect them that. And I said I got a lot less earlier on. So you can see that here, just by taking a quick look, it looks like going for both loot frequency and loot rarity is better, right? It looks like it's better. And it actually is, because at the very beginning, like before you really upgrade your loot frequency that high, like you cannot really see that much difference. And actually it's a lot better to just go for both of them, right? You upgrade both of them, so you get a little bit more rare loot, so it's just better for legendary items. The real difference happens when you reach loot frequency level 100 or very close to level 100. You can see that here, the total amount of tickets you need for having both loot frequency maxed is 296.9, so 297,000. All right, so here I'm gonna try to reset, and I'm gonna try to see when I can just I'm gonna just do a quick math here. 57, 148. All right. So let's see how many, which is the level I can get halfway through. Right, it's gonna spend the same amount of tickets in one side and the other. No, this is just not enough. Yeah, this one. Roughly level 65, I think it is. Yeah, let's go for level 66, right? Level 66 in both loot frequency and loot rarity is roughly the same amount of tickets you would need to go for loot frequency up to level 100. All right, so let's get them both now, level 66. Here we go. All right. And now let's do again the same comparison as before. So we're gonna go here. And we're gonna see the first run here with both loot frequency and loot rarity upgraded, and then the second run with only loot frequency upgraded. And then we're gonna try to see, once again, we're gonna try to compare the two outcomes. In this case, I think I'm gonna be playing for shorter time. So I will probably place the miner a little bit sooner, not waiting the 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna actually place the miner when the energy bar is gonna be 5 seconds to 7. So that's what I'm gonna do. And now, right, here we go. Level 3, and I'm gonna play until yeah, 7 minutes here and 30. All right, here we go. All right, so let's end the game, and again let's try to compare. So in this case, for example, 1 minute and 57 run, so it wasn't even that long. And yeah, this is the items, all right, that I got. You can see the no low quality items, only epic and legendary already. All right. Now I'm gonna do again the same process, but I'm gonna reset loot frequency. Unfortunately, I can't. I don't have enough accelerators. So I hope you guys can remember this. All right. Remember these items I got now. Bid this, the amount of bid this, amount of these items, tiles, right? All this. All right, green papers and all that. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to reset here because I can't. Otherwise, I don't have enough accelerators to just reset loot frequency. And now I'm gonna have loot frequency. Loot rarity, and I'm gonna have loot frequency level 100. So loot rarity level 0, loot frequency 100. And remember, this is roughly the same amount of tickets that you would need to have loot frequency level 66 and loot rarity level 66. Again, I'm going to use the same strategy as before. So I'm going to wait until the timer here has 6 energy and there are 5 seconds to 7. And I'm going to play until 7 minutes and a half. Oops, I forgot here the extra coins. I did get the miner upgrade level 4, right? And then I upgraded my splash level 3, I think it was, with level 20, the ultimate. So I got some additional things there going on. Did you notice there's a cap on bases and portals that you can have? Yeah, that's why you need to sell them. Like when you have enough, you have to sell them, because otherwise you will not be able to get more bases or more portals. That could be good. Yeah, so yeah, that's why you need to sell them after a while. Don't keep them. Right, here we go. And placing the miner right now. I'm gonna get the miner upgraded level 4 first. Then I think I got splash level 3 and the ultimate, right? And now I'm just playing until 7 minutes and 30. So look here at the timer. And stop. Hi, welcome to this Russian person that has just wrote a Russian comment. Unfortunately, I don't know Russian, so I'm gonna have to put it on Google Translate. I'm gonna try to answer to you as fast as possible. Sorry about that. So yeah, welcome to the stream, and nice. Thanks for being here. And now here, guys, these are the results. See that the amount of bids I got, like, it was very close to the ones I got before, right? But look at the amount of other items. Like, I got a lot more legendary items, I got a lot more epic items, and I got a ton more of other items. Of course, lower quality items, but still the sheer amount of them that I got is much higher. So that's why you can see that it's better to max loot frequency. And in this case, it was a very short run. Like, it was a run 1 minute, I think it was in the 57 seconds, right? And so very short. It's not even the amount of time you would require to be able to get enough loot, you know, when you have loot frequency maxed. But that's just to show you that the longer, like the closer you get to level frequency, loot frequency level 100, the better it is to just max it. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video though where I'm gonna analyze more in detail everything. And yeah, so you guys understand Russian, like what does he saying? So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching my videos in the stream. But it's just super weird seeing people writing in Russian in Cyrillic, right? But yeah, that's just it. Alright guys, that's it for the stream. I'm gonna end. I have to go now. So thanks for watching. I hope you had a nice day, you know, and thanks for all the comments, all the feedback. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a nice day and stay well. God bless you. See ya. Bye bye.